Brains! The Walking Dead. I recently found season 2, 4, and 5 of The Walking Dead on DVD. And I watched them all. And it's a pretty good show. But there was a comic book too, and they made a Risk game because the TV show was so popular and the comic book was so popular. They made a Risk game called The Walking Dead Game of Strategic Conquest. So check it out. Check it out now. Oh, and my last cosplay was of Rick Grimes. I actually will, if I have time in this video, I will, if I have time, I will actually try to dress up, sorta, in my, Rick Grimes cosplay for you guys during this YouTube video. So, without further ado, oh, they also have the Walking Dead Monopoly, which I don't have. Let's look at the game. This is Walking Dead Survival Edition. I don't know if y'all could hear the sounds from the TV in the background, so I shut my door. I forgot to do that. Anyway, we have Risk, the Walking Dead Survival Edition. As the leader of a group of survivors, you are responsible for their fate and possibly the future of the human race. The dead have risen and terrify at every turn, but perhaps the greatest danger of all in this apocalyptic new landscape are the other survivors you will encounter along the way. To survive, you need to grow the influence, population, and meager resources of your group. You must fight through death and horror and expand into more territories. When an inevitable overrun of walkers occurs, the group controlling most territories will stand alone and win the daily game of survival. Risk, Walking Dead. There's 4 different groups. You can be the Governor's group, the Green Family group, Rick's group, or the Prisoner group. And of course, you can play as the Walker Horde is a, it happens on its own, but there's a way I think you can play as 5 players and just also have the Walking Dead, the zombies. They don't call them zombies in this game. So, that's a little bit different. Here's the board, of course. It's not any bigger than a regular Risk board. Just the fact that you have it vertical instead of horizontal, or maybe it's the other way around, makes it appear different. In this game, you have event cards. Every turn, you have to play an event cards. You can trade bullets in, which you find random bullets. You get bullets for winning battles, and I think you can also find them randomly in the game. And you can use them to get new people. We have the Atlanta Survivors Camp, which is blue. They got the Survival Camp Zone, which is these. So, each group actually starts in a different... You have these 5 bases. You got the West Central Prison, Atlanta Survivors Group, Downtown Woodbury, National Guard Outpost, and the Green Family Farmhouse, and Wiltshire State Subdivision. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. They work. They help you in defense if you own one. So we got the Survivors Camp Zone, which is Atlanta Survivors Camp, Supply Area, West Woods, and Southwoods. We got Wilshire Estate Zone, which is Wilshire Estate Subdivision, Elementary School, Golf Course, and the Eastwoods. We got the Green Farm Zone, which has got the landfill, abandoned landing strip, farmland, Green Family Farmhouse, Green Family Barn, and the pasture. We got the National Guard Station Zone, which is National Guard Outpost, Alpha Perimeter, Guardhouse, Weapons Depot, Delta Perimeter. We also have the Woodbury Zone, which is downtown Woodbury, Woodbury Hospital, Battle Arena, Shopping Supercenter, Commons, and the Northwoods. Then we also have the Prison Zone, which is West Central Prison, Recreational Area, Truck Stop, Horse Stables, Parking Lot, Abandoned Gas Station, and the Central Woods. Now, in the in the TV show, you see all these. It's like season 1 is like here. Season 2's mostly around the Green Family Farmhouse. You see this in one of the seasons. Season 3, I think, they're in the prison. They're in the prison by season 4, but also the governor, I think, owns the prison or something in one. The governor also, the National Guard. I haven't seen all the TV shows, but I know that all these are in different areas. The hospital is in some of the TV show. But after a while in the TV show, they leave all this. And they leave all this. And they move. And they go toward some other stuff. So this is all, I think, one city in this, and they they move on, and it doesn't quite work very good for them. Now, here's the outbreak chart. Every turn, every round, this is what happens. The first round, it's only one territory, and only one walker pops up. Second round, it's 2. Third round, it's 3. Fourth round, it's 4 to... So the walker outbreak gets worse each round, which is a round of all 4 players playing. So in first round, you're like, okay, one territory pops up, and now one walker pops up. We can handle that. Second round, it's like, okay, 2 territories and 2 walkers in each territory. That's 4. We can handle that. 3, it's like, okay, 3 territories. Draw. And we get 2 walkers in each, and we might be able to handle that. But then when every round you're drawing 4 cards, territory cards, and 3 walkers are popping up on every round, it's like, oh crap, they're coming. So the zombies, the walkers, they get worse and worse as the game progresses. Not only that, but it's The Walking Dead, so every time you kill a person, every single time you kill a person in this game, that person comes back as a zombie. Unless they come back as a zombie on certain rolls. So there's that. Of course, you got dice. Can't have a game without dice. You got these supply crates, bullets that you earn. There's a grenade here. These are special things that you find while they're just randomly put on the board. You find them. Like, here's a prison guardhouse, so that's a little thing you can build. Grenade, that's a thing you can use. So there's these little to destroy zombies and stuff. Here's the event cards, and there's the territory cards, and then here's the leader cards. Here's one group, which is the walkers. So there's a way to play as the walkers if you play a 5-player game. And this one, it's your special ability is if you defeat a defender that rolls a 1, you may add a walker to the attacking territory. So when you're fighting and you kill people, the people don't become walkers just because you're playing the walkers. But if they ever roll a 1, you get to add a walker. That's what that card means. Then you got the prisoner group. The defender subtracts 1 from his lowest defense die for the first attack you make each turn. So, even if they roll a 6, so they could theoretically roll a 0 because their lowest die could be a 1 and that would be a 0. So this helps the prisoners win more often because defenders have to lose a point. The green family group. Now this one is a neat little thing. It says for each survivor defeated by a walker, you roll a die. A roll of 3 or more prevents the survivor from returning as walker. So the green family group has the loyalty where they will kill the person before they become a walker. The rest of the groups don't have this special ability. So this is a good special. Your group has more resistance to becoming zombies. The Rick's group has the ability to he can do a, at the end of your turn, you can do a maneuver. Well, he can do the maneuver at the beginning of his turn, or he can do a couple of battles, then he can do a maneuver. So he can do an additional maneuver sometime he can either do it at the beginning of his turn, middle of his turn, but he still gets to do the one at his end of his turn too. So that's a little good advantage. Now the governor, his group, is his special ability is if you roll 3 of a kind when attacking. So 3 1s, 3 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5, or 6s. As long as they're 3 of a kind. Now, that 3 of a kind has to also win. So, attackers don't win ties. So, a 3 of a kind, 3 1s would never win. Now, 3 2s might win, but that would only win if the other player rolled a 1 and a 2, or 2 1s, or 2 2s. No, couldn't win on 2 2s. So, any 3 of a kind, except 1s, and 2s would be highly unlikely to happen. But 3s, 4s, the higher the numbers, the more likely you're going to defeat one enemy. But if you do defeat an enemy, at least one enemy, you automatically conquer the territory. So, that's a really, it's a luck of the dice thing, but this is a pretty good card if you really think about it. That's a good leader to have. Because while it may never happen, there's the possibility of it happening. Then, of course, each territory has a card. Westwoods, Truck Stop. Which, when you do this outbreak, this is where you draw the cards from, and the walkers go to these territories. Shopping center, parking lots. So it's random. You never know where they're going to be unless, of course, you've had it the last round and you know it's not going to happen. Abandoned gas station, the Alpha Perimeter, guardhouse, Westshire State Subdivision, Weapons Depot, Delta Perimeter. This is also horse stables where you put the random bullets and the random supply crates. Southwoods Golf Course on the board. Atlanta Survivor Camp, Landfill, Green Family Farmhouse. Because there's a battle arena, there's multiple ways to play this. Supply area, Eastwoods, Green Family Barn, National Guard, Abandoned Landing Strip, Recreational Area, Downtown Woodbury, Commons, Central Woods, Elementary School, Farmland, Woodbury Hospital, West Central Prison, North Woods, and Pastureland. Now, like I said, you got events. Now, the outbreak happens every round, but every turn, at the beginning of your turn, you draw an event card. So, these are things that happen. They can be good things, they can be bad things. Here's one that says, out of their misery. If you do this, on your turn, you will get this reward. This case is kill 4 or more walkers this turn. Your reward is you get one of those grenades. So, that's pretty cool. And a grenade is usable in battle after rolling to change any one die roll to any number. So you can change a 1 to a 6. That's what you can do with a grenade. Here's the best defense. This one says you conquer any 4 walker territories this turn. Now, that's going to be hard because you got to conquer 4 territories in this turn that are controlled by walkers. But if you do that, you will get 4 survivors at the end of your turn. You can put them in any territory, not just the ones you conquered. Here's another out of their misery card, which is the same thing as that other one. Here's a clear a path, conquer any 2 walker territories this turn. And of course, its reward is you gain 2 survivors. Here's another out of their misery. Here's a rescue party. And this one is roll 3 dice trying to roll 3 of a kind. You have 3 rolls. You may set aside dice after each roll and re-roll any number of dice. So, you got 3 chances to get 3 of a kind. If your reward, if you can do this, is nobody who dies will become walkers for that turn. How'd they get in? In this one, all players roll 2 dice. The highest roller chooses a territory controlled by the lowest roller to be attacked by 3 new walkers. Riot gear. Roll 3 dice trying to roll 3 odd numbers. You have 3 rolls. You may set aside dice after each roll and re-roll any number of dice. Your reward is add 1 to your highest die roll when attacking this turn. Starvation. Roll a die. Remove 1 survivor from each territory containing more than 1 survivor in the following zone. So this is for everybody. So if you roll 1, it's the Green Farm, 2, the Westshire Estates, 3, Survivor Camp, 4, Prison, 5, Woodbury, 6, National Guard. On the plus side, they don't come back as walkers, you just remove them. So that's good and bad. Other plus side is it only removes 1 survivor if the place has 2. If there's only 1 player, then he's safe. Now, you could be mean and say, change the rules to this where you remove 1 person per territory anyway. And if you do that, then boom. Well, boom. They're dead. You leave a vacant territory. Well, I would put a walker in that territory. We could really make this one mean if there was vacant territories. Here's one that says clear a path, conquer any 2 walker territories. We already read that one. Here's one that says perimeter breach. This is another one of those where all players roll 2 dice. And highest player, you know, just like that other one. Here's another best defense card. Here's too much noise. This is a different one. 3 new walkers immediately attack the territory with the most survivors. So, whatever territory on the board has the most survivors. And, of course, you roll for ties. So, if more than 1 place has ties, here's another riot gear card. Here's another starvation card, which I already went over. Here's a headshot card. This one says roll 3 dice trying to roll a sum of 15 or higher. You have 3 rolls. You may set aside dice after each roll and re-roll any number of dice. This one's reward, if you complete it, is you can re-roll all ones for that round. Here's the overrun card. Game ends after the completion of the current round and a final walk or outbreak. This is the ending game card, which you count up points based on how many territories you own and how many survivors you have in your group. You could put this directly at the bottom of the event deck, or you can shuffle it into the event deck for randomness, or you can shuffle it in the bottom half of the event deck. But either way, or you could leave this out and let the event deck go all the way through once before shuffling it in. There's all kinds of different ways to customize the game to make it end. Or you could just leave this card out altogether and have no ending in sight until the zombies actually own every territory. Which, with this outbreak happening every time, that's eventually going to happen. I don't see how anybody can survive. They can try. Bird's eye view. Here's one where you roll 3 dice again. This one, you're trying to get even numbers this time. Your reward for it is you get that guard tower that you get this guard tower that you can put on any territory, which the guard tower allows you to, I think it lets you use, in defense, it never disappears, and in defense, you roll your defense numbers, both dice go up 1 point. Here's another too much noise card. Here's the Warpath card. Now, you don't have to conquer walkers with this one. It can be any 5 territories. Conquer any 5 territories this turn. Your reward is you get an extra ammo crate. So, you get an ammo crate if you conquer a territory every turn. That's how you get these ammo crates. Which, you turn an ammo crate in for bullets. Traders. Here's an interesting one. You have traders within your midst. Choose a territory you control adjacent to another player's territory. Each player rolls a die. Higher roll adds 1 survivor and lower roll removes 1 survivor. So, you could gain one of their persons. They could gain one of your persons. Here's another headshot card. Here's another bird's eye view card. Here's another perimeter breach card. Here's another trader's card. Here's another out of their misery card. Here's another how'd they get in card. And here's another Warpath card. So these are like little side missions. Or things that randomly happen to people during the game. Every turn you conquer a territory, you get an ammo crate. You can trade in, they say ammo crates. Now, ammo crate may have 1 or 2 bullets. And then you trade in the bullets for survivors. So you want to wait until you have 10 if you can. But you might not be able to wait. And grenades, they're cool. They let you change, you can use one to change the die number. And then, of course, you have the guard thing, which helps in defense. Now, I have Rick's group. I have the governor's group. The zombie group, yellow group, Rick's group, green group, blue group, Green Family Green group. Let's look at all the different groups. I put them in these little metal containers. This is the Governor's group. I thought these little metal containers looked post-apocalyptic, so I liked them. That's why I used them. They remind me of like canned food jars you would find. Like if there was an actual zombie apocalypse, you would be scavenging, finding this stuff. Like I said, basically each group has trucks and a person. That's the only, the only difference is the colors. You got yellow, red, green, and blue. Blue's Rick's group. Green's Green Family group. Yellow's Prisoner group. And red's the Governor's group. That's the only difference. So you got blue trucks, yellow trucks, green trucks, green people. Which, look at the people. They're all holding like a shotgun or something. Or some kind of gun. Maybe an AK. Or a AR-15 or something. Anyway. They're all holding a gun, basically. And all the trucks look like deuce and halves. Or deuces, or whatever. So, that's that, and then of course you have the zombies, which are 3 packs of zombies. It's kind of interesting how you have these 3 packs of zombies. Focus. You got the skinny zombie, the fat zombie, and the zombie that's guts are coming out, or it's holding stuff or whatever. So then you got the standard 1 zombie coming at you. Those are the zombie hordes, the 3-pack zombies. The standard zombie has got, looks like an arm's kind of gotten blown off. Focus. And he's walking slow, stumbling. They're faceless. So, no, that's nice. And that's been Risk the Walking Dead Survival Edition. Like I said, I will actually try to show you my cosplay outfit. It's a fairly simple cosplay. You just take a sheriff's badge. This one's an authentic King County sheriff's badge. An Avon gun, or you can buy any kind of gun, really. I just like this Avon gun myself. You pin the badge on, and you just take a regular old police uniform, or if you want, you can use I have this United States Forestry Department of Agriculture. Just, go to the thrift store, see if you can find a brown shirt, maybe a police officer's shirt, or in that case, Forestry Department shirt, or sometimes you can find old military shirts. This one's Air Force. It would work. You'd have to take the Air Force badge off. Or maybe you found an Air Force shirt on the ground and he raided it. Who knows? This one would work too. It's a Marine shirt. But it's brown, and some people might notice that it's an actual Marine patch here. Some people might go, okay, well, police officers have different patch symbols too, and they probably wouldn't. They'd be like, As long as it's some kind of brown shirt, most cosplayers wouldn't care. I mean, cosplaying's for fun, so there's a possibility you might have to use a different police badge. If you can't find an actual King County Sheriff's badge, you could use different kinds. I'll show you. You couldn't use this kind of police badge because that's not the kind he wore. I mean, you might be able to get away with it if you have to, but he's a sheriff, so he more than likely wore this kind of badge. You could get away with wearing this kind of badge. And I got this Texas Ranger badge that's star-shaped too, and you might be able to get away with that. And I actually live in this county, so I could make it more authentic, where he looks like he's a sheriff and that the Walking Dead virus affected your town. But I don't know if I'd recommend it, because I mean, at a con it would be okay, but not if you're not at a con. It would not be okay to wear a authentic Sheriff's Department uniform, because out in public they might get you for impersonating an officer. So let me actually put it on and I'll show you what it looks like. Now, to be a more authentic, you could put little ranks here, or you could put your rank there, or a King County badge patch if you found one. You could put like little things, maybe a pin in your pocket or something. You'd have to, of course, tuck this in, and a white shirt underneath would be fine, because if you wore a white shirt underneath and you got hot at the con, you could just do this and be like, because, you know, you might be running around, and you could always, you know, fold these, or if you found a shorter white short sleeve shirt, like that 4th Street one was, you could just wear it. So all you really need is a gun, a badge, and a brown shirt, and you can be Rick Grimes. So what do you think? Do you think I nailed it off? Blue jeans, police belt maybe, black, if you can find a police belt, a black belt, and boom. Black hat, or no hat. Maybe some scrunch up here, maybe some non-shaved beard.